Welcome to our day two webinar with my good friend Dylan Frost from the Wholesale Formula. We've got an exciting uh, time plan for you to get some actionable content where you're able to just, move forward in your Amazon business, start getting approved to sell more brands, and start making some really good money on a consistent basis, and build brand upon brand your arsenal of inventory that you're going to be able to sell on a consistent basis, restock on a consistent basis, and kind of get some more um, just calmness and not having to always have to go out and find the best deal that's out there and find the new inventory. No, being able to have replens that you're able to restock on a consistent basis. And so before we jump into anything, I do want to test the chat. So here's an easy thing to test the chat. What is your favorite number between 1 and 20? Pick a number between 1 and 20. Um,
Claudia was
and
fast.
what's that?
Claudia was fast.
Yes. Yes. All right, good. Well, we're seeing. I haven't seen my favorite number yet. And so and it's not like a game where we're just going to give someone away who gets my favorite number. But yeah, my favorite number is 17, and um, it's that's just a random fact for you for the day. Well, I want to respect everyone's time as much as possible, so we're going to get into the content. And so, Dylan, thanks for joining us for day two of our wholesale workshop today. How are you doing?
I'm doing swell. It is fantastic to be here. I'm sure many of you I'm seeing for the second time. Those of you, and I'm seeing some of those names I recognize from the first time here in chat. So, some of you may have watched the replay for the first of this two-parter. So today we're going to pick up where we left off. I'm going to send you, Stephen, a sharing request so I can get us kicked off here.
That sounds
And
good.
I've got it.
I approve that, so you can share your screen. And man, I'm excited about today's session and what it will be able to do for those who are actually here live watching or watching on the replay. I'm excited about that. I'm going to turn my camera off so I'm not a distraction. My beautiful face on the screen, distracting everyone. And let you do your thing, man.
I do, as before we get started, I do
Yeah.
have a question. In the sharing settings, I don't see the ability to share sound, and I will need to share sound from my computer, and I don't really know how to if that's solvable here. Uh,
Let's see. I'm looking at my sharing settings and I don't see an option to give sound approval.
when we get to that point, we'll play around. I may be able to upload as a video file that may play
Okay.
when I get to that point. But yeah, I've never seen it be grayed out before. For some reason, share sound is grayed out for me. But we'll
Hmm.
figure it out. It'll be
Yeah.
fine when we get there. I'm sure I can probably share it as a video file when we get to that point. Okay, so and all right, guys, in chat, did your screen do you see this slide that says we're starting soon? Just that fantastico. All right. Well then let's begin. So hey everybody. Uh, really excited to be here doing this with you today, because specifically because you scheduled time out of your day to be here, live with us, right? And because of that, and for some of you, it's the second time that you've been here. I'm going to assume that means you're a pretty serious action taker. So if you're here today, that means again you were likely here last week, which means or you watched the replay. And so by being here, you've proven to me that you're someone that's more likely to succeed based on that, right? Because you're making an effort to learn and apply yourself. And I've trained and taught and coached a lot of people, so I kind of know when I'm dealing with someone who's likely to succeed or not, right? So for that, today I want to reward you guys with some pretty special stuff on this training where we're going to go deeper than I would usually go and show you tactics and secrets of things that many years in the making that are foundational to the success of my business, right? So I can feel comfortable doing that because it's going to be with people that are going to use it and make a difference. So on this training today, You're going to learn how to automate wholesale product sourcing using our wholesale formula. And I'm also going to be demonstrating a powerful software that actually just does most of the work for you. You're going to see a real email template example of how we land wholesale accounts, right? And that's not all. Well, we also have something really special to reveal that's only being made available to friends of Steven Smotherman's here at the end of this training. Okay, so we're also going to do some live Q&A at the end, so where you can ask anything you want about selling on Amazon. If you have questions, try to save them and so that we can be sure that we see them in the Q&A section, or you can post them now, whichever you prefer. So that being said, let's get started. Let's quickly do a quick recap of everything that we talked about last time. So if you watched that first training, you learned about me and my business partner Dan and how we own an Amazon business that's generated over $40 million in sales, and we've sold uh, darn near a million products, probably over a million products if I had to guess at this point. But make no mistake, it wasn't always that way for us. Once upon a time, Dan and I worked regular day jobs. For years, we worked really hard to make other people money, and we were doing fine, just average, really. And like any average person, we were waking up every day, going to work, allowing our jobs to define, who we were. And Dan and I both knew for a long time, even though that despite having those jobs, we knew that we should be more successful than average. And have you ever felt like that? Did you ever feel like that you were like, you could be better than average, that you were meant to accomplish more than average? I don't think I'm alone in having felt that way. I just had to find the thing that I could do or to apply myself to break through some of those barriers, right? So and this might sound conceited or whatever, but I had friends and people that I knew in my life that had started businesses who I felt like I was a lot smarter than they were, but they were making a lot more money than me, and I just really didn't understand it. It drove me nuts. And in hindsight, I now know why those people were more successful than me, even though I felt like I was smarter than they were. It's because they just took advantage of opportunities that were in front of them, right? And I was kind of scared to go out and like take chances and take risks and make businesses and kind of do things. And I just kind of stayed in my little corner. I worked at a community college, and I just didn't take advantage of opportunity. And when you don't take advantage of opportunity, it doesn't matter how smart you are, right? But other people were taking action. And I could have been successful a lot earlier if I just kind of realized that and took that leap of faith earlier for me. So sometimes I wish I had a time machine, right? So I could go back and get started sooner with some of these opportunities like Amazon that took me into that level of success that I always expected myself to be able to reach, right? And no, it was never easy. It's still not easy. And that's kind of a core thing about me and Dan, my business partner, when we teach this stuff, because we're not some sleazy salespeople that try to tell you everything's all butterflies and rainbows, because it's not. And if that's what you're looking for, we were the wrong people to talk to, right? Building a successful multi-million-dollar business like my business partner and I have done was hard, and it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of risk of all kinds, right? And that's a business like ours to succeed at this level does require a whole lot of commitment. It took us years to develop it and get it to the point where it was, operating at a big scale. And it took time and energy, right? But luckily, uh, learning from us today, you don't have to start from scratch like we did. You have me here today to kind of give you the notes on how to get started faster and how to do it right and how to take advantage of things that it took us years to figure out. You'll just know them right from the start. So you just have to be willing to implement what we teach you how to do here. Okay. So if you're that type of person, who's scared or doesn't take risks when given the opportunities that are in front of you, like I used to be, then this probably isn't for you. But if you're ready, the successful ones anyway, the ones who are confident and take action, if you're going to be one of those people who watches this and takes action, well, that's a different story. So it's that. So my question to you is, and you can just answer this to yourself. Are you someone, can you be someone that will commit to implementing what you learn here today? Or is this just, are you just wasting an hour and a half of your time listening to me talk today, right? Which is it? What you're going to do? So something to ponder today, right? So in the last training, we taught you the reverse sourcing wholesale business model, which is the same business model, if you remember, that used by billion-dollar companies like Walmart and Amazon themselves, except people like you and me can do it from home. Right? You learned about the value props and what you need to do in order for a brand to work with you as one of their authorized Amazon sellers. We showed you that it only takes a few good products to start earning big profits with wholesale, right? To recap, we call our business model reverse sourcing wholesale, which in a nutshell means we identify successful branded products that are already selling really well on Amazon. Then we contact the brand owner of that product directly, which is sometimes called the manufacturer, to set up a wholesale account with them so we can buy those products direct in wholesale quantities in order to get the best possible price. We then sell those products on Amazon.com at a profit. We aren't creating listings or driving traffic. We are legally selling products that already sell hundreds of units each month, and all you have to do is list the product for sale. The model includes one major modification from that of traditional wholesale, because when you use a traditional wholesale method, uh, sellers use a wholesaler or distributor who acts as a middleman between the brand owner and the seller. And the wholesaler, of course, has to take their cut. They have to take their little bit off the top. So that makes products more expensive to buy in that way. Then the seller, then there's the work. The seller has to browse massive inventory products to find the select few that they can sell that will make them a very little profit. Then there's a lot of people competing, also doing that you end up with, because there's not a whole lot of gating that goes on to prevent that. And so we figured out that the best solution to selling on Amazon is to eliminate that middleman distributor or wholesaler and get the product direct from the brand. By doing this, you get products that you want, that you actually want, that you can even target, get them at the best possible price, making it difficult for anyone to compete with you, right? And after we explain our business model, the first thing many people think is like, well, why do Amazon sellers buy from wholesalers and distributors at a markup instead of doing reverse sourcing wholesale and buying direct? And the answer is wholesalers and distributors will sell to almost anyone. So it requires very little effort. It's pretty easy to do. Uh, and because it's easy to do, that's what a lot of people do because they take the easy way out. Another way to look at that question is like, why aren't more people using reverse sourcing wholesale, right? And that simple answer is because it is more difficult, it is more challenging, and but it's ultimately it's worth the effort that you put into it because yeah, it's harder to do, it's harder to get an account, but once you do get one, it's incredibly valuable and it can pay you out for years. It can pay you out for something that, maybe you spend a few hours to get the account, and it can pay you tens of thousands of dollars over the course of years or hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of years for that effort that you put in for it, right? And so that's why this is like a revolutionary model and can totally change your life, right? Because it's not just spending time for dollars. It's once you crack through and get a good wholesale account, it's a lot of money for a long time. The thing to know though is that established brands won't just give exclusive manufacturer direct pricing and access like this to just anyone. There has to be an exchange of value, which we figured out. We've been teaching people for years. And so this is what we do. Well, we provide the value. We offer to help and improve a brand's listings on Amazon, their presence on Amazon, and provide other support that helps make them want to have us as their one of their Amazon sellers. We try to make a win-win situation for them. I showed you how we do that by if you remember this bag of rice, we looked at this and talked about all the things that are wrong with it and how we'd be able to fix them and how by fixing them we would be creating a lot of value for the brand. Now, there's a ton of reasons why we truly believe this is the best business model out there. For one, you can do it from anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if you're in the UK, Australia, South Africa. It does not matter. You can sell on Amazon, either in your home country or in the United States. With reverse sourcing wholesale, you don't even have to have any experience selling on Amazon. In fact, the majority of the people that have gone through our training coaching programs never sold on Amazon before. You don't need to be tech savvy. We've had 70-year-old couples doing six figures in sales, right? It's not all that complex. You don't need a warehouse. You don't have to have tons of money to invest to get started. You only need about $2,000, maybe even less, to buy inventory with. And because the products we target sell so fast, you're constantly growing your investment and create a snowball effect with your money the same way that we did. Because we didn't start with a whole lot of money. We actually started pretty famously with a credit card with about a $1,500 or $2,000 limit that we would buy inventory with, but we would buy that inventory and sell it really fast, and then have the money plus the profit back, and then just kept snowballing that investment over and over and over until we were able to grow our business pretty quick. So bottom line is you can start a business using this model with almost nothing, with very little. It just requires you to take action and get started, right? But the big question is, right, that we were left with at the end of the training yesterday is like, well, how do you find products to sell on Amazon? How do you find great wholesale opportunities? And now is the time to teach that. So we scout for products on Amazon using this 4-point checklist, which you may remember from the workshop, involves searching for products that meet these 4 criteria. And I taught you the manual process for this. If you remember, there was math involved and it melted some of our brains, right? Melted some of our brains. But I also told you that there's now software that does this part for you, the wholesale formula calculation, and it just finds product opportunities for you. And that's because we partnered with one of the leading Amazon software companies in the world to do this for you. Our wholesale formula for finding profitable products to sell on Amazon took years to develop. It took trial and error and hundreds of thousands of dollars in buying and selling products to fine tune it. And now you can have exclusive access to our powerful wholesale formula that has changed the lives of hundreds of people in the palm of your hand. So I recorded a video of me using this software that I'm going to show you right now. And in this video, you will see me walk through using this software, how to set it up, how to run it. We'll find real products in this video. You'll see me find real products in this demo. And then I'm also in this demo, I go ahead and show you, all right, now that I found these products, now what do I do? And I show you how I would land the wholesale account, how I would email this brand to get them interested in wanting to work with me, right? So this is the part of the presentation where Now that we've kind of shown you how this works, you've got to kind of see it in action yourself, right? Um, I have a question for you, right? And it's, what could a single account like one of the ones that I found in the video do for you, right? What about two? What about three or four, right? So like unlike other ways to sell online or sell on Amazon, what's kind of unique about what you've seen here is you don't have to manage a million accounts. You don't have to sell a bunch of different products. You don't have to sell a different set of products every month. And, it's just takes a few good wholesale accounts where you get approved to sell them, and your whole life can change. Keep in mind that we only looked at a fraction of what's out there, right? That was just a few products out of tens of thousands that can be found at any given time using the software, right? There are in fact millions of products on Amazon, thousands upon thousands of ones that meet the wholesale formula criteria. So now let's recap again, including everything that we've learned, including what just appeared in that video, right? You learned reverse sourcing wholesale business model, which is the same as this model used by billion-dollar companies that people like you and me can do from home. You learn how to identify the traits that make up a good potential wholesale product. You learned it only takes a few good products to start bringing in big profits with wholesale. And I showed you how to use Smart Scout to find product opportunities. We taught you how to get wholesale accounts directly through the brand owner. You learned what kind of values you have to provide for a brand owner, for them to be practically begging you to work with them. You learned three of our 27 value props. We covered a lot of ground between these last two trainings, right? Well, a lot. And so now I want to stop and ask you, do you now understand why our model works so well? You do, right? Because it makes a lot of sense, right? So how about this? The average direct wholesale account has earned us about $7,358 in profit per year. That's across we took all of our accounts that we've got over the years, and we even took out the outliers, which were super high because we have a few really, really big ones that generate, hundreds of thousands in profit a year. And we took those out because we wanted to see like what is like a true average if you didn't have a home run account, right? What does it look like? And this is it. So the question then becomes, right, how many accounts would you need to replace your income? You can answer that in chat if you want. You can keep that to yourself. That's a number that you would know, right? Um, so uh, then there comes the next question, right? You know what that number is if you need 8, 10, 12, whatever it is, right? And then whatever your number is, I want to ask you another question. Do you think, just based on what I've been talking here, right? And what you're starting to understand with our business model and what you think you're capable of. You think it's reasonable? Do you think it's reasonable to say that if you were committed to it, that you could land one wholesale account per month? That's another question for you. You think you could land one wholesale account every month? So every 30 days, do you think that you could land a wholesale account? Tammy says, Tammy says yes. She believes that she could. Christella says yes, she believes that she could get one a month. It's not a big ask, really, right? So I got to think about is one a month. Could you find the time to do what I showed you here today and get one a month, right? Well, for most of you, if you think that you can do one a month, Samir says he thinks he could do one a month. What happened is most of you just told me that you using this model, you think that you could replace your income in about a year. Some of you less than a year. Some of it may take you 14 months or 15 months. Uh, but a lot of you are starting to come to the realization it's like, well, if I can get one a month, then it really won't take me that long to replace whatever my income is or reach whatever my income goal is. And I have confidence that you can take just what we've shown here without anything else, and you can get that result because I've seen it done before. So now I'd like to imagine that if you can do this without us, what would it be like if you could do it with us, right? What if I was your mentor, or I was your coach, or my business partner Dan was your coach, right? And you got to work with us and work with our team and go through our training, right? What would you accomplish then? How would that make things different? How would it speed this up? How would it raise your ceiling? right? Could you get there faster? Could you be better at this, right? Not only that, but what if you had the same software that we use to find products, right? What if you had all the same email templates that we use to land accounts? What if you had the step-by-step training to run the whole business and nearly unlimited access to our crack team of Amazon seller coaches, right? Be everything you need, wouldn't it? And that's what we provide inside the Wholesale Formula coaching program, which you probably know about. We've made it our mission to help people like you learn to do exactly what we have done in our Amazon business. Our teams work together to create an all-encompassing step-by-step process for establishing an Amazon seller business, finding products, selling them, landing accounts. Right, the Wholesale Formula walks you through every single bit of that and are now over 15 years of experience. But here's the thing. Right now, enrollment for the Wholesale Formula is closed. You can see that for yourself if you go to our website, thewholesaleformula.com. You won't find any links to enroll. Uh, it's just waiting lists, right? It's not open all the time because it's more like a college class, right? It's you can't just enroll in college whenever that you feel like it. You can only enroll when it starts, right? But here's the thing. So because of Steven Smotherman, so Steven's special to us. He went through the wholesale formula himself years ago, right? So he's someone who came through our program, graduated, and became very independently successful using what we taught in the program. And he's used it to massively grow his Amazon business, and he attributes a lot of his personal success on Amazon to our program, the Wholesale Formula. And routinely, many of our best students come from referrals via Steven, right? And so it is because of that, with your permission, right? I'd be happy to talk more about the wholesale formula and how we can enable you to enroll because you are a referral from Steven and you be able to enroll now outside of our typical registration windows. So if that is okay, right, you can just let me know, raise your hand, let me know in chat, and I'll be happy to talk more about how you could do that if you would like. I see Richard says yes. Sarah is asking how. Tammy, Christella, Ali. Okay. All right, cool guys. So Jerry, yep, Carrie, Jerry and Carrie. Let's all right, cool. All right, so I'll get into that a little bit here. So did I share the stat from earlier? I don't know if I did, but if you didn't know, our students have combined to sell over $1 billion on Amazon. That's billion with the B, right? It's something that we're pretty famous for. And we sent out a survey to our students asking their success rates. 960 students that have worked with us responded. They self-reported their results. And it comes out to $1.1 million in sales per student that responded on average to that survey, right? And it was a broad survey. So it's really staggering when you start to think about it, just like what the average result can be with our program and with selling on Amazon, people that come through our program. So the Wholesale Farm is the world's best online program. For anyone who wants to take advantage of wholesale opportunities on Amazon.com, like we've discussed here, it's a custom, professionally tailored program that it walks you through exactly everything that you need to do. Is just as our business has operated and scaled to the multi-million-dollar level, focused on three core strategies, which are scouting, sourcing, and then scaling, right? So let's take a look at what each of those is and means. The first step of our model is product scouting. You got to find products to sell. In this section, we show you in greater detail, greater than we saw today, the proven strategies to find profitable, replenishable wholesale products. You will find products quickly and easily, be able to quickly and easily calculate their profitability and know how many units you'd be able to sell. So today we just kind of looked at one quick method using Smart Scout. There are many more methods and ways that you can really dive down into finding more product opportunities. So that's the first most important part is finding products. Second is once you find products, well, how do you get a brand to prove you as one of the one of the few or one of the only Amazon sellers for that product? So we mastered this skill, right? This is the hard part of everything. It's how to convince brands to say yes, but this is a skill that we mastered, kind of what has set us apart in the industry and made us kind of what we are in the industry, and that's our ability to do this, right? So we'll be able to show you how to create value, how to generate value, how to write emails that get opened, how to write emails that get responses, how to write emails that convert, right? And for those of you that want to take it a step further, you know, emailing is one thing. If you want to really be able to nail this, grow your business faster and better, we can also show you how to use the telephone. For those of you that are comfortable making phone calls or doing Zoom calls with brands, that can take it up to another level. You can start landing accounts doing that. And so we teach both sides of that coin. You don't ever have to talk to someone on the phone if you don't want to. So we teach both sides of that, right? So it's this part is really what sets us apart. Learning these strategies to be able to land accounts is everything in this business, and it is how you get these accounts. And so it's the giant focus of the program, teaching you how to do this, but not only teaching you how to do it, but giving you proven templates that work. So that's a core thing about the Wholesale Formula program is you'll get email access to email templates and strategies that are ones that we have used to land accounts. And then you get to copy those strategies. And then we teach in the program about how to use them properly. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just use proven stuff that works. You know, we did all the banging our head against the banging our head against the wall to figure out what works, and we just give you what works, and you can just copy us, plug and play, right? And then that brings us to the third core strategy, that's a core component that's taught in the program, and that's how to run the business, right? Once you start handling accounts, well, then you got to start doing the stuff, running the Amazon account, growing the business, and we teach that side of it too. So you're covered from end to end. So we've developed so many strategies uh, to help you grow and help you deal with the success that you're eventually going to have. And that's a big core component of the program. We show you how to automate things. It's a big a portion of this too. How to so much of this can be done with automation. Emails can be sent through with automation. Uh, Products can be found with automation. Certainly, as technology continues to evolve, so much of this can be done. While if you have a full-time job, think your business can be running and operating without you while you're at your full-time job. That's a big thing about this, and we teach you how to do all that in the program as well. So the wholesale formula teaches you how to find products to sell, how to land the accounts for the direct wholesale accounts for those products you find, and how to grow and manage and automate your business as you are doing this, right? And again, it's a complete proven system that has hundreds of successful students, Stephen Smotherman being one of them, where you came from here today. So uh, here's a little quick look inside. It's a 24/7 access members only portal. There are 6 modules uh, of video instruction inside. There's a resource vault of additional teaching and training content, PDF guides, templates, cheat sheets, and everything like that. And we're pretty well known in the Amazon world. So there are so many different exclusive service discounts inside our resource vault that if you add them all together, it actually the savings are greater than the fee for the program itself, right? Because everybody wants to offer us something to be able to, to say that we to put their software here, to promote their software there. And so we just, instead of taking money from them, we just say, well, why don't you give it to our people for cheaper? And so we have all these exclusive discounts inside of our portal, which makes it really, really cool. So just about anything they ever wanted to do on Amazon, you can do it cheaper if you do it through us and through our portal there. Um, Another cool thing, if you ask ChatGPT who the top Amazon wholesale expert is, it will tell you that it's me and Dan. And if you ask it what's the best Amazon wholesale training program, training course, it will tell you the wholesale formula. So we're talking about the best Amazon wholesale experts and the best Amazon wholesale program. We're offering the wholesale formula and everything that comes with it for 4 payments of $874. Another way to look at it, the profit generated from about one half of one wholesale account in a year. Or if you prefer, you can also pay in full for a discount at 2997. That's $500 off if you pay in full. Not only that, but if you pay in full, it also comes with 100% No questions asked, money back guarantee. You can sign up right now at the link at the bottom of your screen, fulltimefba.com/wholesale formula. And like we said, we don't typically open up enrollment, but we're making a special exception for Stephen. But even then, it's only a temporary exception. The deadline to enroll is Thursday, February 26th at midnight. So it's a really short deadline. You got to take advantage of it quickly, right? And if all the wholesale formula did for you is help you find and acquire one great account, would it be worth it? Because remember, a single account pays you more than double the investment of the wholesale formula would today. People go into debt 20, 40, $50,000 for a college degree, but no one bats an eye at that, right? So what we're offering here is a proven system taught by real people that have had real success and who have taught hundreds of other people how to have real success with this, right? Doing it and living it. So we're not it's not theory. We're not, nothing like that. This is real stuff. And also there's some sweet benefits too when you enroll to work with us with things that we include to give you every opportunity to succeed. So you saw this earlier, Smart Scout. I showed you how to find products with Smart Scout. When you enroll in the wholesale formula with this special opportunity exclusive through Steven, I'm also just going to pay for 3 months of it for you for free, right? So that's software that's typically about $100 a month, $97 a month. Um, I'm just going to pay for 3 months of it for you for free. And it's the special exclusive TWF version, which does the wholesale formula math for you as well as what you'll get access to. You actually can't get that version without enrolling in the wholesale formula that you saw today. It's exclusive through the wholesale formula, and you'll get 3 months of it free. And 3 months of it may be all that you need too. It's not like it's either one of two things is going to happen. Either you are going to find so many products in 3 months that you don't even need the software anymore because you found thousands and thousands of products, or your business is growing and doing so well that you don't even notice that it's like not a big deal that it costs $100 a month or whatever it is after that, right? So, but I'm going to pay you for your first 3 months of Smart Scout, so you'll have that locked in. Don't have to worry about it. Now for software, we didn't have time to show you today. So remember this email template we showed you earlier, right? Well, up until recently, ourselves and our students, we had to send these emails out manually. But what if I could give you a bonus that even automated that part, right? Because after you find leads using Smart Scout, you can load these up into a CRM called Launchpad Pro, where it's just a which is a CRM, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a software that automates contacting brands and opening up wholesale accounts, right? So the software already it'll come preloaded with our email templates. We'll show you how to load more into it, right? Pre-built, loaded into it. And here's an example of like the way the workflows look inside of it, right? So all you do is choose what strategy that you want to use, and in this case, like the iceberg email workflow, right? You press a button, and boom, doesn't just send an email. It can schedule that email. It can create dynamic campaigns. Like, here's what to do if the person answers, or if they don't answer. If they don't answer, do I send a follow up? Like it like a complete dynamic situation that all happens automatically, right? So virtually day one, you can be emailing brands and landing accounts uh, because we include everything here customized and templatized for you to start getting into it immediately, right? You'll have the software and Smart Scout to find products. You'll have the emails to send, and you'll have the software that will even send the emails for you, right? And be able to queue it up and do it all for you, right? So with this combination of softwares, you'll be pretty unstoppable. And we're also going to pay for 3 months of that software for you as well. So you'll get 3 months of Launchpad Pro, which comes will come preloaded with some of our email templates. You can load more into it and automates the emailing process for you. We'll pay for 3 months of that. So you'll have all the software that you need. It'll be taken care of. We'll have you covered for 3 months. Next is you might be wondering, all right, so cool, gonna have all this training, right? Gonna have all the software already taken care of me, right? But you may still be wondering, like, can I actually do this? So to eliminate that doubt of whether you think you can or you can't, we're just going to give you direct access to our team during this time, right? So our coaching staff are all graduates of the Wholesale Formula or people that have worked inside my Amazon business as executives, right? And so one of the best ways to ensure your success is to have someone who has done it themselves to great success and then help and support you as you go through the program and build your own success. And typically, we offer RTWF students the opportunity to interact with coaches at a cost of $97 a month, right? To have this access and to be able to ask them or to work with them directly in this kind of way. But if you enroll in the Wholesale Formula before uh, Thursday, we're going to give you 60 days of coaching support for free, and it is unlimited. So you can be sure to implement this material to get your Amazon business started and working. So how this works is as soon as you're on the Wholesale Formula, you'll be added to our online community with our coaches. If you need anything, you simply post your question in the community, and a coach will respond guaranteed every time. Plus, every week, one of our coaches opens a live video chat room where you can talk with them, ask for them to show you things, to come with your questions. They'll screen share with you, like whatever it is that you need for 60 days. You're going to have someone who is an actual coach who has worked and done this super successfully for years to be your mentor and coach and support you in whatever it is that you're having trouble with or want help with. So it's unprecedented, right? 60 days access to that. And so everything is done in that community is recorded. So you're not only getting a program, you're not only getting the software, but you're also getting 100% support from our team with that to help you in any way from a industry expert. Okay, right? So, and remember this slide from before, right? All our coaches are level for Amazon sellers, right? They're all the best of the best, the top of the top. They have either grown their own successful Amazon business or they run mine. So, it doesn't get much better than that. It is the best in the industry. Also, as part of this enrollment opportunity, you you will get all future updates to the program. The program uh, like won't expire for you. You won't lose access. You'll have it, for as long as it's being published. You will have it, so you don't have to worry about that, right? Most programs these days, you may have experience with this, they're like you only get a year access, or you don't get the updates. You have to pay for that, but it's not the case here. You'll always get it with us, right? We take care of our own. Okay, everyone. So when you enroll in the Wholesale Formula, we're going to give you everything that you need to find profitable, consistent wholesale products on Amazon. Develop relationships and grow your Amazon business, whether you already have one or you are just starting out. Get that 24/7 unlimited lifetime access to the Wholesale Formula student portal and all of the teaching and training content that exists there. Our resource vault full of all of the PDFs, templates, and training files and cheat sheets and guides that are as part of that, and our exclusive TDF softwares and discounts and our huge bonuses here, which are include 3 free months of our scouting software, Smart Scout, 3 months of the CRM, and 60 days of coaching support, right? Of the TDF coaching support. And our buddy Steven is throwing in his own package of bonuses to sweeten this deal for you. So, Steven, I think on this slide here, I have them all. I don't know if you, or you can share your own screen if I've got any of this wrong, if there's more here. Uh, but yeah, I know that you've got some stuff that you want to share with people too if they enroll.
Yeah, because like I want to make this like the biggest no-brainer possible. Like, oh my goodness, the wholesale formula, all the stuff that Dylan just talked about when it comes to the wholesale formula package and all the bonuses. I've got bonuses for you as well. Um, I'm actually going to be purchasing some wholesale formula leads, like the actual contact information, like the actual brand information for you to be able to reach out to these brands that have already met the wholesale formulas criteria for like being a good lead. This is something that it goes for about $300. Where you get a list of leads that you're able to, like, once you go through the wholesale formula without even having to like look for yourself, you're gonna have the ASINs that you're like, okay, these are the leads that I should reach out to first. So This is the first part of the bonus package. I'm also going to throw in some master classes. Um, like Dylan said, I've been through the wholesale formula course myself. I believe it was back in 2015, 2016. But the cool thing is, since you've already heard, every time the wholesale formula updates, you get the updates. So for over 10 years, I continually get the newest updates and get the latest information and get the latest strategies and the latest, learn about the latest tools. And so I put together a masterclass how to maximize your profits with the wholesale formula. The kind of mindset that you need, the kind of way you need to attack the wholesale formula course and put into place, into action what you are learning. So, this is like what I wish someone would have told me before I entered into the wholesale formula program. And I wanted to help you out along the way. Also, I think the number one aspect of being successful with the wholesale formula is having the confidence to actually put into action what you learn. We love learning. It's fun to learn. It's exciting to learn. But if you don't put the knowledge into action, then you're just wasting time. And so this course, this master class, the wholesale formula confidence building master class, so that you can have the confidence you need to be actually put into place the steps that you are going to learn and have so there's a certain type of confidence formula that I use, that my coaching clients use, to be able to actually follow through with the content and the steps to actually see action and results. And so that's going to be there for you as well. Also, I'm throwing in access to 5 of our popular full-time FBA courses, including Next Level Amazon, which is our advanced Amazon course. Our reseller's guide to a year in FBA, which basically breaks down what to do, what to focus on every month of the year, so that you're never behind, but you're always ahead of the game, and you're making most of what Amazon and the world offers you each month of the year. A little course called Married to Reselling, which is about balancing your family with your online business, because sometimes we can focus too hard on our online business and our marriage suffers or our family time suffers. Well, I want to make sure that there's a good balance of that. And so where there's success in both family and your online business. And then there's also the reseller's guide to sales rank, because sales rank is probably one of the most confusing things at first for Amazon sellers to understand, but one of the most crucial things. And so I have a course about that. And then there's another masterclass, how to have a six-figure Q4. Now, you're going to be able to get access to that soon, but you need to be focusing on the wholesale formula course and stuff. But once you get a couple months into the wholesale formula program and start getting some traction with that, then you can go through the bonus how to have a six-figure Q4 and be able to put the knowledge of both of those together and really kill it in Q4 of 2026. And so those are the bonuses that I want to add to the amazing bonuses that Dylan has already shared with you to add to the wholesale formula program. I mean, like I said before, I wanted to make this the biggest no-brainer type of thing for you to see the value that you get with all of these different things that make the initial investment in the program just so obvious that this is something you need to do and need to put your time and energy and finances into to see the success that you want to on Amazon. It's more difficult in 2026 to sell on Amazon than it has been in any time of the history of Amazon. And the biggest key that unlocks success in 2026 is wholesale accounts, brand approval. And this is what's going to show you how to do that. So that's my bonus package that I wanted to add to what Dylan's already talked about today.
All right, fantastic guys, and fantastic, Stephen. It's your commitment to try and help and support people to succeed just like you did is unparalleled. Always has been, and I really respect you for that. And everyone that's here watching today just has a great opportunity in front of them to be fully supported in doing this. It's one thing, to try to go at it yourself, and you need that motivation. You need to have that commitment, motivation to be able to do it yourself. But you kind of become unstoppable when you have that motivation and commitment. But then you also have me and my coaching team behind you, and you have Steven behind you supporting you. So you have all the mentors and all the coaching and every excuse possible to succeed. So you might as well take advantage of it because the offers like this literally don't come around very often because as I've already stated, our program is closed 98% of the year or whatever it is. You can't get in. So what you're seeing right now is a rare exclusive opportunity. But it's just because it's just the way that we that's just the way that we operate things. It's not available all year long. It's just available in enrollment periods. So guys, everyone here. This is the big list that you're seeing. That's everything. When you enroll in the wholesale formula, we're giving you everything that you need. You're getting the software, you're getting the teaching and the training, you're getting the coaching support, you're getting everything you need, and you're getting those bonuses and that support from Steven on his side as well. He's going so far as to just send you leads that already have the email addresses and contact information in them. It cannot be spoon fed to you, or again, it cannot be simpler than this, right? It's literally just like, hey, here's everything that you need. Just send email. Send. It's like imagine it like this. It's like I've already written the emails that you send and that work. Steven's going to send you leads that have already been scouted and says so. It's like take this email that's written inside the program, send it to this person that Steven sent you. It really like come on like anyone almost anyone can do that, right? And so that's what we're talking about here today. You just have to do it. You just have to take the action and do it, and you can implement a lot of this over the course of a couple weekends, right? Of a couple weekends. So and if you're still worried about it in any way, just know that we have a 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked for those for when you enroll in the full pay, so that you can try our program 100% risk free. Like so, if you want to enroll at the full price at the pay and full price. So we'll share in the risk if you think that it's a risk. So you can have 30-day money back guarantee for that. No catch. Simply, you just say like, hey, you can tell me on day 30, like, hey, I just this isn't for me, or I didn't have the time. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm going to give you your money back. I don't care. Like, you can just say like, oh, I won the lottery. It's like, great, you can have your money back still. It doesn't matter to me. Any reason at all in those 30 days, you can ask for your money back. I'm not, like I've got this very successful established program that I know that it works. And if it didn't work for you, there must be a good reason. So you can just have your money back. I don't care about it, man. So, uh, yeah, nothing to worry about. There's no risk for you here. Try it out. See if what I'm saying, and if I'm full of crap or not. Find out yourself, and then at the end, you make that determination. So it doesn't matter, and I know that once you go through it, you'll see the results and you'll see for yourself. But obviously, so you know, I'm just here to make sure that you understand that this is a legit opportunity for you, and I stand by it, and so that's why I'll give you your money back. And so that's everything, guys. You can start right now. You can start today for 874. It's like, for 874 you can get started immediately, or a one-time investment of 2997. So here's how this deadline works, right? You have until midnight on Thursday. This coming Thursday, February the 26th, I think is what that is, right? Hopefully I have counted the days correctly. I believe February the 26th is Thursday, and you'll have until midnight of that day to enroll. After that, uh, that opportunity is gone. Carrie's asking for Stephen for a clickable link. If you can provide that into the chat for everyone, straight to the to be able to enroll. Um, and we're super strict about our deadlines. So if you try to enroll Friday, if you sleep on it, and Friday you're like, I think I did want to do that. I'll just email them and I bet they'll let me in. No, we won't. That is not how it works. It's not what we do. We're very serious about our commitments, about our deadlines, and about you being committed. Because the type of person that who decides Friday after the enrollment has passed is probably not someone that I want to mentor. Remember, like I like we've got to interact a little bit. So I just like to enroll and mentor the people that are set up for the best chance of success, right? Kind of made it in life to where I don't have to just work with everybody. I can just, I can be picky and work with who I want to, which is a nice thing. When you get to the level of success where you don't have to just say yes to everybody and work with everybody, you can be picky. I've made it to that point, so I can be picky about who I work with. So that's one of the reasons that we are very serious about our deadlines. Um, so, guys, whether you know this is it for you, and this is the opportunity, and so now I want to take your questions. Uh, this is and I've been seeing them come in. So if you have any questions now, uh, if you've been holding on to them, or if you've asked them and you just want to ask them again so that we can see it, we're going to take a few minutes to answer your questions. But enrollment is open and available now. Tom, for instance, is telling us in chat that he just enrolled. So welcome, Tom. Uh, it's a you will it's a fantastic decision, and I can't wait to work with you, Tom. Sarah says, quick question. How does the Wholesale formula differ from Steven's program in terms of coaching support and real world results? It's a good question for you, Steven.
Yeah, so when it comes to the difference between the wholesale formula and what I offer with full-time FBA, um, most of what I focus on is retail arbitrage and online arbitrage and helping people. And when they're interested in learning about wholesale, I say go talk to Dylan because like he knows what he's talking about. He's the one that taught me. Like there's a few coaching clients that I have had who've been through the wholesale formula and they've gone through their coaching and they'll ask me questions to get my point of view on it. But the fact that they've already had the coaching from the wholesale formula and they've got lifetime access to the wholesale formula, that's pretty rare when that happens when they actually come to me for a situation. Usually it's they're basically like I learned this from the wholesale formula. Is that what you do too? And I'm like, yes, that's what I do. And so, I'm mostly focused on retail and online arbitrage, and Dylan and his team focusing on wholesale. And so it just kind of, pick whichever one you want to do. But yeah, if you have heard about wholesale and you're like, this is what I feel like is going to be the best route for me to take for long-term success, I highly recommend the wholesale formula. So yeah, that link I put it in the chat, fulltimefba.com/wholesale formula to sign up for them. And I highly recommend it. It's what helped me because a few years after I went through it, my wife Rebecca went through it as well. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome! I want to learn this too." So it's not just me doing all the wholesale. Rebecca's doing it too, and she's landed multiple accounts, and so it's like the more the merrier. And our bank account is very thankful for Dylan and his team and the wholesale formula.
And Steven sends me a nice Christmas gift every year because of that too. We always look forward to it in the mail for helping him out. And so I just wanted to say that too. I appreciate those. Uh, I appreciate that. So especially this, I think there's some jalapeno jelly that comes in that, and it's
Yes.
my wife loves that stuff. Loves that stuff. Uh, Carrie says that they just registered. Great. Uh, um, Congratulations, and I can't wait to work with you. These fast action takers are my favorite to work with because I can give you a little secret here. Those of you that don't have to spend too much time thinking about it and take fast action like this, usually these are the people that make quick decisions in business and in life, and those people usually are the most successful. So, really looking forward to working with you guys that are jumping in really quickly because it means that you're going to take to the instruction really quickly and get results really quickly. I've seen that over and over as a someone who's been mentoring people for a while. So love seeing that.
Yeah, I love
Um,
seeing that. I love seeing that too because, there's some people who are like, if I make a decision too quick, I might make a mistake. But
Good.
then there's the flip side. There's people who are like basically talk themselves out of taking any action and don't ever take action because they've found all the reasons why it's not going to work, and they're not taking fast action and actually using the activity and the real results from that activity to base whether or not you're going to continue. You don't have to like buy 1,000 products on your first try to as a test. Like no, that you can take smaller steps And if it's a winner, continue taking bigger steps. And if you made a mistake, find out why you made a mistake and learn from that. But it's the fast action takers who are going to be the ones who are going to find the most success. They're going to get their momentum started earlier and get it going stronger in the long run. So
It
take
it
action.
it took me a really long time to like figure this out, but I did eventually figure it out. But it's you're going to make mistakes, and everyone is going to. You're going to screw up, and but you're much better off if you're screwing up fast and then you know, like versus the opposite of it is like you take a month to make a decision, and you think what was happening there is like you were making super sure what you were going to do is right or whatever, and it still ends up being a mistake. So you just took a month to make a mistake instead of taking a day. And so it just slows you down. Like you're just going to make the mistake, so just make them fast. Because the way that I've always explained to people is like success in business. And again, it took me a while to realize this, but it's not about doing the right thing every time. It's about doing things, period. It's
Yep.
the more decisions that you make, right or wrong, the person who's making more decisions in a day and is taking more action in a day, even haphazardly, is going to outpace the person who's just too critical and thinks about it too much and puts too much time before they take action. You so it's just about the more that you do and the more that you trust the process and you trust your instinct, you do that, you'll succeed. And that's really what kind of sets apart. You see it over and over again. So just stop thinking about it too much and just do it. Saw a good question in here. Uh, saw several good questions. There's a lot of good questions in here. Christella asks, "What about capital? How much do I need to buy merchandise to begin with?" I generally recommend people about $2,000 is what I would earmark as a minimum to buy inventory with, because you'll buy $2,000 worth of inventory, and you know on average your margin on that, your margin somewhere like you're going to bring back after you sell that product in about a month, which is what we teach you to do. We teach you to sell stuff that turns over in about 30 to 45 days, right? You'll sell $2,000, you'll come back with 2,400, you'll spend 2,400, you'll come back with 2,850, you'll spend that. And you think, well, that doesn't sound like a lot of money. Well, you should do that math yourself then. It's like you should do that math yourself. If you reinvest that money every single month, with like in 2 years you'll have hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, it'd be pretty close to a million. Like that's the way that it can be exponent. It gets exponential. It does, like for the first few months it does kind of suck. It's just like I've only started with $2,000, and it's like I'm not really, but like it gets exponential really fast. And that's the really neat thing, because it's how we started. We didn't even start with cash. We started with a $2,000 credit card, and it was a credit card that my business partner Dan got like at the airport. You know what I mean? It was like I'm pretty sure the interest rate on it was like 24.9, type of thing. Like whatever the legal limit was, that's like what our interest rate was, right? And so I'm not necessarily suggesting you do that. That was, don't go to don't be like us necessarily and get near loan shark levels of interest, right, for your initial startup capital. But it is what we did, and it did work out. Um, and so it doesn't take a whole lot. You just be prepared that if you're starting with $2,000, whatever, be prepared to reinvest all of your profits for a while. That's what you should do, back into inventory, and that's what's going to lead you to be able to grow it and be a success.
Yeah, Mark has this one question. I want to get started with wholesale, but if I see a brand that says they need 10 or 100 items with an invoice to get ungated, is it a guarantee that Amazon's going to ungate me? Or may Amazon still not ungate me even with those items purchased?
Yeah. So, if you have any, when it comes to buying direct from brands, um, you have everything that you need to be ungated. So, if you have any trouble, that's one of the things where it's super beneficial or valuable to be enrolled in the wholesale formula and have access to our team of coaches, because they've seen everything. So usually, if you're still having trouble of any form, it just means that the paperwork that you're submitting is really dumb, but it's also one of the things where it's really valuable to work with the coaches or experienced people. But it's like the date, for instance, can just be like in the wrong place, in the wrong position on the document, is really dumb because usually it's if it is a human being that's even looking at it, or it can be an AI or whatever, like they'll overlook things. It's just like everything has to be in the right place, it has to be clearly visible. Usually, like that's what it is, and you think like I'm getting denied. This doesn't work. It's like, no, it does, but it's like whoever at Amazon that looked at it is just looking, they it's silly. So you just have to let our team see it, and we can tell you what to fix to get it submitted. Usually it's lit. I mean, Steven, you've seen this before. It's literally just like the information is in the wrong spot in the invoice that you sent them. You just
Yep.
move things around, and that literally solves the problem. And it's like Amazon doesn't tell you this stuff. You just have to literally figure it out by trial and error, and we've figured it out, and that's one of the values of being in our program, so you don't have to deal with stuff like that. Do you think does that answer the question? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh, so I had a really good question here, but I've lost it. Uh, is the mentoring one on one? So it's not necessarily one on one, but the coaching calls. I mean, the coaching calls are nearly one on one in that if you come to the scheduled coaching calls with our team, you may be in there with 4 or 5 other people, but your questions will like the support that you'll receive will be one on one. I mean, it'll be just like this, me and Steven talking to each other, camera on, say what you want to say, get the help and support that you need in that group. They're small sessions, um, where it's very near one on one. You're going to have that level of mentorship and support from our team where uh, it's not one on one, but it's as close as you can get in those calls and with that support and all of the questions that you ask outside of the live calls. I mean, that is kind of one to one. I mean, you're going to get one of our coaches directly addressing what you're and helping you and supporting you through that, right? So, uh,
Yeah, see, Christella's saying, I love what I'm hearing, but once I sign up, do you give step-by-step instructions on how to proceed?
absolutely, it's all in there, every bit. And then how long do the once a week coaching calls last? Our team will stay on there. They'll stay on there until everybody's been helped. Like so, they last as long as they need to last, really. So if you have enough, if you keep them there for 90 minutes, they'll stay there for 90 minutes. So they'll support you for as long as you need to be supported until you've exhausted being able to be supported. When will the wholesale formula open again? This is, oh man, maybe never, actually. I don't know. There's a chance that this is the last time it's ever opened. In fact, we'll see. But it could actually be never, and I have never said that before, and I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. But it may be never. So you're the first person to hear that. This is news. This is brand new news. But I wanted to answer that question very honestly and authentically. But the answer is maybe never. This may be the last time that we do this. In fact. Um, so uh, that's just an interesting detail there.
Yep.
Maybe your last chance at this. In fact, I don't know if that's the case. I'm not sure, but it may be. I'd say it's very likely that if we do it, there's only going to be one more. I'll also say that.
hmm
Um,
Yeah, I see someone asking, how does the coaching for calling the brands work? Is it going to be an actual coach or by video teaching?
no, like so. The way that I recommend that you handle this is before you call a brand, you should meet with one of our coaches. Joel is the best coach for this. And you talk through about how to go about it with Joel. Joel's done this many times. And then after you've had that call with him, where yeah, like it is like this, and you'll walk through, and then you make some of those phone calls, and then if you are And I what I another thing I would recommend for you to do is if you're in like one of those one consent states or whatever, where you can record the call with the brand, record it, and then show it to Joel on the next coaching call. Let him hear it or send it to him or let him come like send it to him before the call or whatever so he can see it. And we'll come to it so you don't have to waste time like playing it for him. So he'll have already reviewed it and he can tell you like how he would have done it differently or what you did good or what you did bad or whatever like that's like that's how like so the world is your oyster here in terms of that coaching support. Take advantage of it, but that's how if I were you, that's how I would take advantage of it, right? Um, yeah, maybe it's the state you're calling has to be a one consent state, but if that's confusing, it means like some states you don't only one person has to, some states like you have to ask permission to record a call. Which you can always do that. No one's ever going to tell you like, "Hey, is it okay if I record this?" Zoom, even like when you started, it tells you you're being recorded. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So it's just some laws in different states about recording calls
Yep.
and consent from both parties. Uh,
So I see Richard says, I heard it takes 100 emails to get a yes from a brand. What are your comments on that?
no, probably not. Probably closer to 500 to 1,000, really, especially when you're first starting out. 100, if you were getting and like that's kind of the thing, right? It's like it takes 100 emails to get a brand. Not when you first start out, it doesn't. It's going to take you more than that because it's just like you have to develop. There's a lot of things that go into it before you start getting one out of 100. You kind of have to know what you're doing, and so you'll send out a lot more emails than that. But here's the thing about it: is like we're going to teach you to send hundreds a day,
Hmm.
1,000 a week. You're going to be able to scout so many. You're going to be able to products. You're going to be able to send out so many. Like we're teaching you to send lots of emails, to put out lots of feelers. And then as you start to like get good at this and you refine what works and what works for you specifically and what strategy works for you, uh, it will eventually become yeah, like you're getting an account for every 100 emails that you send. But it'll be worse than that when you first start out. But the thing is, like it's a volume game. You'll send so many emails. You'll contact so many brands that even your success rate will be really really low. But the thing is, you only have to succeed 4 or 5 times, right? And that's what's great about this.
Yeah, and if
And if
you're hearing like that many emails and you're thinking I have to individually send that many like there's the
no,
the email system that they are providing so that you're able to automate that and it's so much easier than it sounds.
yeah, precisely. It's like you're not quite literally in Gmail sending 500 emails. It is literally just like loading up a spreadsheet and letting it fire away, and that's really cool
Yeah.
thing about
Yeah.
this. And we teach you how to set it up all right there in the program, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I see some of the questions that are related to that. Yep.
Yeah, and like you just said,
Uh,
if you're sending them emails from Gmail, I mean, you're already doing things wrong, and they'll help fix that and put you in the right direction anyway. So,
right on, right on. Uh, do you guys help with setting up third-party logistics so I don't have to handle the products and the shipping to Amazon? Yes, that's all explained in there. We have many partners that we can recommend that you use for that. Very many, and our coaching team is really up on it with about who are the best ones that they would recommend and things of that nature. So yes, you'll use a 3PL to do that, and lots of those now. That's a big business now. 3PLs like 15 years ago when we were first started selling on Amazon, like there wasn't really it wasn't so much of a thing. Like you just kind of had to warehouse figure all that out yourself. Not the case anymore. Nobody warehouses stuff themselves anymore. It seems like hardly anybody. It's all 3PLs now. Do I in this program? Do I have to have a website? Do you have to? Is no. I recommend that you do, and we teach you how to create one in the program. but we teach you how to create one in the program. How you're able to create one at basically no cost as well. We teach you. And the website is just to basically list. Um, Purpose of the website is to just establish you as a legitimate business, right? So that there's when you're emailing people from your domain name, it goes somewhere. It just gives you credibility. It's just for credibility purposes only. Um, that's what it's for, and that's what the purpose that it serves. It's like your digital business card, right? And that's really all that it is. So that when people are interested in potentially working with you, and they just kind of look more into you, so they when they things actually show up and pop up, and it makes you look more legitimate. That's all it's there to do. Now, do you absolutely have to have it? No. Plenty of people do it. And even we got started early on without ever having a website and had plenty of success. But it is my recommendation. It is going to help you more out to have it. And we show you how to create it and what to write on it and we give you templates for that too and how to do all that. Um, and so it's all there. Uh, all right, guys. So we're getting about to the end of this today. So I want to put out one last call for questions. Is there any final questions? Uh, uh, any final questions? Sarah, I see your question here. This is not wholesale arbitrage. This program, the wholesale formula, is not wholesale arbitrage. This is certainly reverse sourcing wholesale is buying direct from brands. Um, at least it's not my definition of wholesale arbitrage. Uh, Traditional wholesale would be more arbitrage, in my opinion. Do all brands require a different amount for their first purchase? Andy asks. Basically, the question is: do brands? It's about opening orders or how much. What is the minimum order that they require? And yes, every brand is different on that. However, uh, it's actually less when this is weird, but it's usually like less with going brand direct than it would be with a big wholesaler or distributor, actually. And the reason for that is when a brand wants to work with you, they want to work with you. They don't care about how much you're ordering. They just want you to work with them. When you're trying to buy from a wholesaler or a distributor, they just care about making money from you, and so they're trying to force you to buy as much as possible,
Hmm.
right? Uh, that's the difference. It's like actually a lot more flexible. So like we've seen it typically, their minimum orders are like $500 and stuff because it's just like the minimum uh for it to just like be worth it for them to send it from their warehouse and having people do the labor to send product wherever it is that you need to go. So it's like super low. I've rarely doing this business for a really long time. I've rarely ran into a situation where the minimum order was high at all. And posed a problem. So you actually run into that more with other types of wholesale and not this one.
Yeah, I feel like even if it sounds like it's a big number, once you kind of figure out what you're wanting to buy from that wholesaler, from that brand, to send it to Amazon, you've already have your order's already at the minimum. It's yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
thing to worry about.
yeah. It's like if the volume at Amazon is so high that like it
Mm,
exceeds most people's minimums. That's a great point about it.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Uh, Tom says I have an existing Amazon store. Will this cause any issues? No, so long as you don't, there's no reason to create a second one. Don't do that. Just use the one that you already have. So long as you do that, you'll be just fine. There won't be any issues. You're actually ahead of the game. It puts you in a faster starting position. Yeah. So, and we cover that in the program. We tell you like don't start second accounts. It's just waste. It's just you're just wasting money when you're doing that. Use the same one. It's more valuable to just use the same one and that sort of thing. Christella says, awesome. On the website, when I started, I got a domain, LLC, and seller certificate, but I never set up my Amazon account. I just did FBA with my name only. The program will then help me get all that in order to proceed. Yes? Question mark. If so, looks like I will sign up once I hear your response. Yeah, and here's the thing, Christella. So, like, if you and I've always had this policy, if you enroll in the wholesale formula and you can't get your Amazon seller account like created, right? Because this applies to whether, this for people outside the US and things like that. I've always had the policy if like you for whatever reason can't create your Amazon seller account, I'll refund you. It's like because that's not like, you know, like if so uh like that especially applies to, I have people that'll sign up from a different country like, hey, uh I'm from Turkey and can I sell on Amazon? Will I be able to get my account set up? Will I be able to sell in, the EU, or will I be able to sell in the US? And my answer is like, yes, I believe that you can. We have all the information there for that to be able to happen. But if there's any reason that you can't and I'm wrong, then I'll just give you your money back. So there was no risk to you. And it's like I shouldn't have your money if you couldn't even sign up for Amazon selling anyway. So it's like that's always been my policy. So Christella, like if you can't, if there's any problems at all, then we'll give you your money back so that you're not out anything um, on that. It's how we've always approached that. If you can't create an Amazon account, um, then yeah, like so. Which I hope goes to show you like how we're pretty cool about this stuff. It's like I'm not out, I'm here to help you. I'm not. That's like the goal. The goal is
Mhm.
for you to succeed. I'm more successful if you're successful. It's not for me to, I don't need your money that bad. I'm not out here trying to uh, wreck people. Uh, will you constantly need to message me to get help learning wholesale in this course? No, I hope not. I hope that the program is uh and well, I mean, I don't hope, I know that it is because so many people have went through it. It's set up in a way where you won't need to do that. You won't need to do that.
Yeah, because when you got the video lessons, you got the 60 days of coaching, um, and it sounds to me like a confidence issue for the person who's commenting on that. And my confidence building masterclass via wholesale will help you have the confidence you need to take action on what you are learning. And so, yeah, I don't think you're going to need to reach out multiple times, if and to in order to keep learning, there's so much to learn. And the best thing you're going to learn from is the action that you're going to take on what they are already telling you. So that's the best way to learn and see the results, and you're going to be able to have the confidence to follow through with that.
All right. And then the last question here that we're going to take is I have an active Amazon account, just never added my LLC and business name to it. Well, so I'll need help doing that. Okay, hitting complete on my enrollment. Yep, absolutely. Well, you can update it. It's not a problem. You don't have to create a new one. Our team can show you how. Absolutely. Kendra on our team, on our coaching team, is the best person for that. When it comes to Amazon's back end, she's like the oracle. She knows, she's seen it all. If she could tell, you could spend 24 hours with her telling stories of crazy Amazon stuff that she's seen. So Kendra's the best one for that. Uh, so all right. So everybody, that's it. We're going to close this training session down today. Remember, um, this opportunity is only available through Thursday at midnight. Then we're closing down enrollment, and we're taking the group that we get and working and teaching and training you. And I kind of gave you like something that isn't really public knowledge yet. This is maybe uh, the last enrollment period for the wholesale formula ever, ever. This could be the last time that this is ever offered. Dan and I, our businesses have been growing for a great many number of years. And so our lives just change a little bit. And so this may be the last time that we offer the program as we continue to potentially put all of our energy and focus into our e-commerce and businesses going forward. You never know. So this may be the last chance to learn from us as our businesses continue to massively grow and our time and attention gets taken to other places. So, uh, the big deal. Uh, this is a program that's changed so many people's life, including Stevens, and that's why he backs it so strongly. So I'm excited to be able to work with you if that's what you choose. So everybody, signing off. I hope to see you inside so that I can show you maybe one last time. I can teach a group of people how to change their life with selling on Amazon. So That's it, Stephen. Any parting words from you?
Well, yeah, I just want to say thank you again, Dylan, for hanging out with us today. I also want to say I'm excited for Christella. She's like, I did it. I just enrolled. So congratulations on that. And I just am again thankful for what the wholesale formula did in my own life and wanted to make sure that all of my followers have that opportunity. And so thanks for hanging out with us today and look forward to seeing everyone in the wholesale formula. Again, that link, fulltimefba.com/wholesale formula. Go check it out. You will not have, I mean, it's, there's so many things going through my mind right now. They're not all coming out of my mouth correctly, but you will be very excited and your bank account and your wallet will thank you for this. And it's going to be awesome. Put it into action. You will see the results that you're expecting. So God bless everyone. We'll see y'all later. And thanks again, Dylan.
Well, we'll see you guys.